Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise. As we get the official word, the Toledo Mud Hens make the playoffs, finishing with a record of 79-63, and they actually won the division, and they'll be taking on the Tides. And then we get word the Seawolves do not make the playoffs, going 61-59, but we're going to have a little bit of taste of some postseason baseball here. And we're looking at the playoff race here, and the Mud Hens ended up winning the division by one game. And if you look at the streaks, we ended up getting swept to end the season, and Storm Chasers won 2 straight. If they were able to complete the sweep, we would have had to gone in an extra game. But let's jump into this first game here. Tarek Skubal is going to take the mound for game number 1, and this feels pretty confident with him on the mound to start the series. So first up will be Julio Pereira. He's looking at a 1-0 count. First pitch swinging, sends it back up the middle, and the Tide are going to start this game with a single on the first pitch of the game, no less. So that's going to bring up Gunnar Henderson now. 1-2 count, and he'll chase strike 3 for out number 1. That'll bring up Peter Welsh. 0-2 count, and he's going to send a line drive to left field. This one doesn't have enough to get out, but it will bounce off the wall. The runner will go to third from first, and so they'll have 2 men on, second and third with only 1 out here. A bit of a jam to start the game off for Skubal. Next up, Tristan Kaskis, and he has grounded to third, onto second, onto first, and we get a double play to escape that jam. We'll keep the game 0-0. After a quick home half of the first, top of the second now, Tyler Nevin stands in, and he sends a no-doubter off the scoreboard in left center to take a 1-0 lead. So on to the bottom of the second after Skubal goes 1-2-3 after that. Aidman's up to bat. He sends a ball to right center. This one has some carry. The center fielder's chasing it just over his glove. That will bounce out, so Aidman will have a ground rule double, and it kind of sucks as he would have had a triple had that stayed in the park, but he is in scoring position with nobody out. As you see there, is just over the center fielder's glove. But that'll bring up Riley Green. 1-1 count, line drive up the middle. That's going to get into center field, and Aidman will score from third after a wild pitch gets him over there. So next up, Daz Cameron, first pitch swinging, line drive to right center. That's going to be trouble as that gets down and rolls all the way to the wall. Riley Green's running hard. He's going to score from first, but Daz Cameron's not stopping at second. He gets in there just before the throw. That's going to be an RBI triple, and the manager is already going to come out and talk to his pitcher very early in the game, but it's the playoffs. You can't take any chances. Next up will be Eric Haas, 2-1 count. This will be a chopper to short. That will be fielded and thrown on to first for the first out, but Daz Cameron will score from third, and Toledo takes a 3-1 lead. Now Derek Hill's up to bat. 1-2 count. And he will chase strike 3, and he'll strike out for out number 2. So Cole Peterson stands up. Can he keep the inning going? He will swing at a ball in the dirt. It bounces away from the catcher, throws on to first, and he cannot complete the strikeout as he throws wide. So this inning will continue on that error there. So that'll bring up Miguel Montano here. First pitch swinging, line drive to left field, and the left fielder makes a diving attempt, cannot come up with it, and Cole Peterson is really heads up there, and he makes it to third on that play. He was running hard from the jump because there's already 2 outs, and with his speed, he was able to get the third and look at just before the throw. So Nick Ames will stand in with a chance to add a run here to 2-0 count, but he is going to just chop a ball to first. That will end the inning, but a good inning as Toledo takes a 3-1 lead. So on to the top of the third, Julio Pereira will stand in again. He's 1 for 1 of the day, and he is first pitch swinging again, and he sends one back up the middle again. So that's 2 singles on the day for him. Next up, Gunnar Henderson, 0-2 count. This is a ball hard hit to right field, and that gets over Green's head, bounces all the way to the wall. Green fields it, throws it in, and Pereira has enough speed to easily score from first to cut the lead down to 3-2. So next up will be Peter Walsh, 2-2 count. He sends a line drive out to right field, but that is easily caught by Green. But the runner will tag up and advance to third to get himself 90 feet away with only 1 out. So next up, Tristan Kaskis again, 1-2 count, and he will strike out for a big out number 2 here. So that'll bring up Anthony McGaffick, 0-1 count, and he is going to send a chopper to the mound, fielded by Scooble, thrown on to first to end that inning and keep the lead. Now on to the top of the 7th, as pitching has ruled this game. Tyler Nevin standing again, and he will single through the left side, as that's a sharp single to lead off the inning. Next up, Yuncel Diaz, 0-2 count, sends the ball deep to left field. This could give him the lead, but it does not have enough, and that ends up being a long single as the runner stops at second. So after that, we go to the bullpen and we bring in Brian Garcia to help us get out of this jam and hopefully keep this inning. Or keep this lead, not this inning. First up will be Victor Mesa, sends a ground on the ball to second. Montano athletic play to second, but Victor Mesa has enough speed to beat out the double play. Men on the corners with only 1 out. Next up, Zach McKinstry, and he will strike out for another huge out, number 2. So that'll bring up Julio Pereira again, and he just misses this one as this goes into foul territory, and that hangs up just long enough for Das Cameron to run underneath and end the inning and keep the lead. On to the 8th as Nolan Blackwood comes into pitch against Gunnar Henderson with a 1-1 count, and he is going to sky out to center field for a quick out, number 1. Next up will be Peter Welch, 2-1 count, and he is also going to sky out to center. Nolan Blackwood's been efficient this inning. And so that'll bring up Tristan Kaskis here, 2-1 count. He's going to send a ball pretty well hit to right center, but that has not have enough carry as Derek Hill will run it out. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Blackwood. So on to the 9th. Merle Sanchez comes in to pitch, and he is hoping to close the door to give us an early 1-0 lead in the series. So he'll start off by facing Anthony McGaffick, and he is going to single here to lead off this inning. So tying run will be on base to start the inning, and that will bring up Tyler Nevin now. 2-0 count. Start hit ball to first, and Nick Ains makes the catch and tags the runner. So we get an unconventional double play to clear the bases. Last chance for the Tide now is Yuncel Diaz with a 0-1 count, and he is going to sky out to left field. Das Cameron stands underneath of it, makes the catch. Toledo wins 3-2 and goes up 1-0 in this series. So that will also bring us to the end of September, and we end up going 12-15 here. As you see there, we had about a week and a half where we won about 7 games straight. But then we ended up losing a bunch at the end of the month. As you can see, we only had 3 wins after that. And it's just another typical month for us. A little bit of high, a little bit of low. But there are some rumors coming from ownership that they may open the checkbook this year, because we are a middling team and they don't want to be middling. They either want to have a high draft pick or they want to be in the playoff hunt. And right now we're looking at about the 10th or 11th pick. And so they may give us some wiggle room in the offseason to maybe sign a couple free agents to see if we can't push ourselves into the playoff hunt. But that's something we can't really worry about right now, because obviously we're still in the season and our AAA team is in the hunt for a championship. So we ended up simming the second game. I'm not really sure how I want to do the playoffs as much, but we ended up losing 3-2. Montano 2-4, Ames 0-4, Peterson 2-5. Aidman 0-3, Stewart 0-4, Haas 1-3. You can kind of get the idea. Didn't have the greatest hitting day. Montano had a double. The RBIs went to Peterson and Haas. And Montano had an error, and Peterson had a stolen base. And as you see, Ladwig actually gets a loss. 5 1/3 inning pitch, 9 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned. So that error by Montano is what cost us the game, as we possibly could have won this one 2-1. So, but now this shifts to the Tide having the home field advantage. And I just want to show this to you. The Tides had the best record in the AAA, 86-56. The Bulls, who also won 84 games, are the wild card. That's how well the Tides have played this year. So this is no pushover team that we're going up against here. So we're going to jump into this game. This is the third game of the series. Top of the first, already 2 out. Eric Haas up to bat, and he sends a line drive to left center. That gets down, rolls all the way to the wall, and Haas is going to have himself a double to keep this inning alive and possibly provide some runs. Can we keep this going as Nick Ames stands in now with a 3-1 count, and he will watch ball 4 low. So we have 2 men on here. That'll bring up Tristan Stewart with a 1-0 count, and he doesn't miss. That is a mistake pitch fastball, four-seam fastball right down the middle, and Tristan Stewart sends that one 410 feet to right, and the Tigers will take a 3-0 lead off that swing of the bat. And that is supposed to be Tristan Stewart's calling card, his power. He has had flashes of it when he played up at the Tigers, and he flashes a little bit there. And what a time to come through with your first home run of the postseason. As you can see here, the swing, and he just crushes it. Doesn't miss a single inch of that. That is way back there, 410 feet. So that'll bring up Aidman now, trying to follow that home run. 1-2 count, a line drive to right center. That gets down. That's going to get in there, and Aidman's going to have himself a single. So that'll bring up Riley Green now, his first at-bat of the day, and he's first pitch swinging, line drive to right center. That gets down. Aidman, with his great speed, is able to make it to third. Men on the corners with 2 outs. Daz Cameron with a chance to tack on another one, but he will chase strike 3 to finally end this inning. On to the bottom of the first. Garrett Hill gets to start today against Marco Mesa. That is a ball hit the opposite way, and that just stays fair as that rolls all the way to the wall, and he's going to have himself a leadoff double. Next up, Gunnar Henderson. He is first pitch swinging. This is to deep left center, but Derek Hill makes the running catch, and he throws it in, and the runner tags up just ahead of the throw. He gets to third. Next up, Peter Welch, 2-2 count, a little chopper to first, and Ames thinks about going to first, but he tags the runner as the runner on third has great speed, and he's able to score. So that'll bring up Tristan Kaskis with a 1-1 count, and that's in the hole in left center, but Derek Hill makes a running catch. So on to the top of the second. Can we have some more 2-out magic? Miguel Montano stands in. Hard hit ball to left field. That one has some carry, but not enough, as he misses a home run by a few feet as that hits about the middle of the wall there and left. But he's on with a double. And that'll bring up Eric Haas, who had the big hit to keep the inning alive in the first, and that's a blooper to right, and nobody can make the play. And Miguel Montano heads up running hard. He scores from second, and we tack on another one here, 4-1. So that'll bring up Nick Ames, 3-2 count. Line drive to right field. Does it have enough? No, the right fielder makes a heck of a play to take away a run and a hit. So on to the bottom of the second. Anthony McGaffey now up, 2 outs. Deep ball to right center. Derek Hill on the run, but he cannot make the play as that bounces in for a ground rule double. Next up, Yancel Diaz, 0-1 count. Ball in the dirt away from Haas. Picks it up and guns down the runner at third. And that will end the inning. What a play by Haas to stay with it and get the guy trying to advance. So on to the bottom of the fourth. Peter Welch stands in with 1 out, and he hits a mistake pitch deep to left field. That one is gone. It is now a 4-2 ball game here. So that'll take us to the bottom of the fifth. Victor Mesa up to bat, and he somehow keeps that fair. The runner is going to try to run from first to third, and he is thrown out by a mile. Good play out there by Daz Cameron. So Marco Mesa will stand in now. There's still a runner at second. 0-1 count, and he will fly out to left field as Daz Cameron runs underneath of that. Now on to the top of the sixth. Riley Green leads us off. First pitch swinging, line drive to right center. That gets down. He will have a leadoff single. Next up, Daz Cameron, after a wild pitch, gets Green to second. 2-2 count. He sends a blooper to right field, and that is down. Riley Green starts to go to home, but retreats back to third, and he probably would have scored if he just kept going. But we have men on the corners, nobody out. Derek Hill stands in, 1-2 count, and he sends a chopper to third, which is fielded, thrown on to second, thrown on to first, and they get a double play, but the run does score 5-2. So that'll take us to the bottom of the seventh. Nolan Blackwood is pitching against Martinez, and he is going to hit a ball deep to left center. That gets down, one hops the fence, and Martinez on his first at-bat of the day will get himself a double. That'll bring up Yancel Diaz, 1-1 count, hard hit ball, and Montano cannot make the dive and play. Derek Hill comes up and throws, but Martinez will score from second. It is now 5-3. Still nobody out. Now next up, Victor Mesa. He sends a blooper to right field. This one is trouble, and Montano cannot make the play. Everyone will be safe. Still nobody out. Now next up, Marco Mesa. He hits a ball on the ground, fielded by Aidman, on to second, on to first, but we do not get the back end of the double play. They have men on the corners, only one out. That'll bring up Gunnar Henderson, and he bloops one into left field. The run will score, and the runner from first will make it up to third. Men on the corners still here, and that's now 5-4. That'll bring up Peter Welsh. He's looking at a full count. He hits a ball on the ground that is fielded, thrown on to second, on to first, and we get an inning double play, but the ties get within striking distance here. So on to the bottom of the eighth. Brian Garcia is pitching, and he's going to get Cassis to ground out to third for the first out. Next up, Tyler Nevin. He is also going to ground out to third as Cole Peterson charges and makes the play at first. That's a pretty good play by Peterson at third. 2 outs. Next up, Zach McKinstry, and he is going to send a ball deep to left center. That is going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. He's going to keep this inning alive with a double. So that will bring up Martinez again. He's going to send a blooper into left field. That gets down. Daz Cameron comes up and tries to throw, but he stumbles a little bit, and the runner is able to score there to tie the ball game. And they have come back from a pretty good deficit as Diaz stands in now 0-2 count, and that is a big strikeout to keep the game at all even. After an uneventful ninth, we move to the 10th as we go into extras here. Some free baseball as Nick Aim leads us off, and he sends a ball down the third baseline, and that gets into the outfield to start this extra inning with a single. Next up, Tristan Stewart, who's had a pretty good day. Deep ball to right field, and that's over to the right fielder's head, but Nick Ames does not get a good read out of it, and Tristan Stewart runs him into the out at third. That's unfortunate, but we still have a runner at second, so we'll see if we can score him. Aidman stands in now. He sends a high fly ball to left field, long run, but that is caught by the left fielder. 2 outs. Now Riley Green stands in, 0-2 count, and he is going to be hit as that ball runs inside. So that'll bring up Daz Cameron, 1-2 count, checks his swing, but the home plate umpire says he went around. On to the bottom of the 10th, Jose Appleton is pitching here. He'll start off against Peter Welsh, and he gets him to chase strike 3 for out number 1. Next up, Tristan Kaskis, and he's going to send a ball, pretty high hit down the left field line. Daz Cameron ranges over, but misplays it as that gets in, bounces off for a ground rule double as Tyler Nevin stands in now with a chance to win it, but he will look at strike 3 for out number 2. Now, can Zach McKinstry keep this going like he did in the 8th? Ground ball through the right side of the infield. Riley Green fields it, comes up firing, the runner's coming around, and we will gun him down. That will end the 10th and keep the game tied, and we get a chance to come up and bat in the top of the 11th now. And look at this throw. Comes up firing, and good play by Haas as well as we get a little overhead view here. And that is definitely an out as we move on. But nothing doing in the top of the 11th. Jose Appleton still up to pitch. Martinez just sneaks this by Aidman at short into the left field for a leadoff single. Diaz up now trying to bunt, but hits it way too hard as that is caught by Ames at first. Now, Victor Mesa, first pitch swinging. He's going to fly out to right. That's out number 2, and the runner is still standing at first. So that'll bring up Marco Mesa now, leadoff hitter, 2-2 count, and he gets frozen by a high strike 3, and we're moving on to the 12th. So moving on to the top of the 12th, Nick Ames stands in. Let's see if he can make up for that base running error he had, and he looks like he's going to do it here. That's a hard hit ball to right center. That will bounce off the wall, and Nick Ames will get himself all the way up to second base with a 1-out double. Now Tristan Stewart is up again, and he misses a hanging breaking ball. You can tell he's upset, but that will be caught right in front of the mound for out number 2. And that'll bring up Riley Green again here, top of the 13th. There's nothing doing any on the bottom of the 12th. And the right fielder misplays that ball. Riley Green's going to get all the way up to second with a lead-off double. Let's see if we can score him here. Des Cameron stands in, 0-2 count, line drive to center field, but not hit well enough. That is caught, and Riley Green will have to retreat back to second, out number 1. Now, Derek Hill, 0 for 5 on the day, 0-1 count, deep ball, left field, and that is gone over the bullpen and left. Derek Hill, his first of the postseason, 384 feet to left, and that gives the Mud Hens a 2-run lead. So let's jump ahead to the bottom of the 13th. Merle Sanchez in to close this game for the save opportunity. Tyler Nevin up to bat, and he is going to fly out to right field for out number 1. Next up, Zach McKinstry. He is going to be first pitch swinging, and he has been clutch for them so far. And he gets himself a single. Martinez comes up, and he is going to fly out to left field, and that's the first time we've got him out this game. So Yansel Diaz comes up as a last chance and a tie-in run. He sends a blooper out to right field, and that gets down. The runner goes to third, and Diaz is not stopping at first, and he has gone down at second to end this game. An unconventional out, but we'll take any out we can get here. Mud Hens win 7-5, and remember, this is a best of 5, so we have a 2-1 lead, and we only need one more game here. As you can see, Tristan Stewart got player of the game, 3 for 6 with a home run, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs and a run. Green went 3 for 4, a double. Derek Hill 1 for 6 in that huge home run in the top of the 13th. Then Eric Haas 3 for 7 with a double and an RBI. And Jose Appleton gets the win, going 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts. Pretty clutch for him. And like I said, this is a best of 5 series, so we only have to take one more game here to advance, and Kyle Funkhauser is going to get the start in the next game. But that is going to do it here for this episode. The next episode, we are going to start off by probably playing this game, and then maybe depending on the outcome, playing the game 5. If not, maybe jumping up to the majors and checking out how they're doing. But let me know what you guys think. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will catch you next time here on Cardboard Cutouts.